Hey y'all, how y'all doing? What's up? So sorry about my lighting. It is definitely crazy, but I do my best to make videos when and where I can. So let's get into Carlos King's Monday Night Live with him, Claudia, and Dustin. And special guest, Marsau Scott. Yes, so that was interesting. Y'all know Marsau is a good time because he gonna spill a little tea. And that he did on this live. So first things first, they do talk about his, I ain't gonna say it's a fallout between him and his brother. He said him and his brother been arguing forever. They're like, that ain't nothing new for him to argue with his brother, which, I mean, duh. So, but he does say, like, you know, he said, Carlos King asked him about, so things got heated between the two of y'all, and Marsau said, Maurice said to you, you lie all the time. And Carlos King was like, well, how did that make you feel? And he was like, well, you know how Marsau talks. Well, I mean, it hurt. Yeah, it hurt. Maurice knows that that's ridiculous. I don't lie because I believe like that makes me look weak. Like, who are you for me to have to lie to? Like, that makes me look weak. And people, it was funny because everybody was in the comments going off like, you lying right now. Boy, you are lying right now, with laughing emojis. I was dying because I'm like, hell yeah. I feel like the worst thing you could do or let come out of your mouth as a human being is to say that you ain't never lied or that you never lie. That's like the worst thing you could do. Just be like, it depends on what's going on. Sometimes I may feel like I need to leave out some truths or whatever. You don't ever say you don't ever lie, because that's a lie. And everybody knows that that's a lie. So he says that, and it's so funny because people in the comments was going off, and even, especially Carlos, he's looking like, boy, you shouldn't have went down that road, wrong road, okay? I was like, Marsau, you could have kept that. But the next interesting thing that Marsau was talking about was basically what Marsau and Dustin was talking about, the whole dynamic with Ken and dealing with Trish. And Ken just, I mean, not Ken, but Maurice is basically, Marsau was basically like, you know, he said basically that he feels like Ken has low self-esteem. He gave an analogy like Ken is doing stuff that men, handsome men, when they are, no, he said Ken is doing, how did he say? He said Ken is doing stuff that handsome men who know that they're handsome don't do. That's kind of like how he worded it. Like, Ken is not sure of himself. Ken probably doesn't have good self-esteem. And so that's why he's putting up with Trish's stuff. And basically they were saying like none of them believe that Trish is really that into Ken, that she really is wanting to take things to the next level with Ken. Like, she just got out of a marriage, which makes sense. I don't blame her at all. You just got out of a, what, how long they been together? I think they've been together a long time, kind of like the same length of time that Marsau and Tisha have been married or together, whatever you want to call it. That's a long time to be dealing with one person and they mess, and to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna throw all that baggage and trauma in the background, and I'm just gonna jump into a relationship. Oh my gosh, my lighting is so bad. But I'm jump into a relationship with somebody new. Like, people say like she might want to kind of play the field a little bit, which I think so, because I think she probably got excited about messing around with Martell. And I think Martell is all talk and no delivery. And that's why she don't want to claim him. And who else was trying not to claim him? I think that's another reason why I think it's another reason why Destiny don't want to claim Martell. Because Martell is all talk and no game. Like, you get a minute and a half with him. I feel like that's what's going on with that young man. So I feel like that's why anybody trying to claim him. So, but I think that's what Trish is on. Trish is on, like, she knows that Ken is, quote, the good guy, a good man, and she's playing it out, and especially since they're on the show, why not play it out? But she really ain't into him like that. And then this is another thing that I was like, see, I was right. Girl, you be right. Dustin said on the live with Carlos, he said that people have been reporting that, you know, Ken's got a TikTok page. I didn't know that. I'm gonna be nosy. I'm gonna hop over there. But I didn't know Ken had a TikTok page, but that he's on there liking comments about him being single. I think Trisha's non-movement on really pushing forth that divorce, which Carlos King let slip that they're still not divorced. Trisha and Marquez are still not divorced. Hey, y'all. My apparel, link in the bio, not in the bio, link in my description box below. Check out the apparel. I got some really, really cute things on there. I've been working on and adding things on there, so y'all check some of the stuff out. But anyway, back to the topic. So yeah, Ken is on TikTok liking people's comments about him being single. You know, the women are all in his DMs, which we're gonna get into what Marsau was talking about with DMs. Not unexpected, but anyway, people are in his DMs. People are commenting, saying like, hey boo, you can swing this way type thing. So, and Ken is liking the comments. I told y'all when I saw Trisha has a Instagram page that has pictures of her and Ken on it that haven't been updated and looks like forever, ever since the last season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, she ain't updated none of the pictures on there. And she's got another Instagram page with just her looking like she taking thirst trap pictures, which, hey, I ain't got no problem with her doing that. You're single, you ready to mingle, that's your business. And she's looking super cute on there, so I ain't mad about none of that. But yeah, I think it's a wrap with them. So, and it's not promoting the dissolution of relationships or black love and none of that. It's just that, keeping it real, that woman just got like a 20-year relationship with the dude that pretty much played games the whole time. I'm pretty sure she's single and ready to mingle. So anyway, but yeah, that he's liking I'm single comments. Now back to Marsau and people being in the DM. So they was talking about how, I think it was Claudia that asked Marsau about, did he experience extra attention, because they was talking about the whole self-esteem stuff. You know, you're not really seeing yourself as being attractive or whatever, how they was trying to put it. So Claudia asked Marsau, did he notice that he had a little uptick in his DMs and stuff like that? And he was like, yeah, man. He was like getting real comfortable. Like, yeah, the DMs be crazy, man. The stuff in the DMs be crazy. I'm like, Marsau, you need to close your DMs. You need to block everybody. Don't allow any messages to be received in your DMs, because you swear that you be so in your feelings about people accusing you of stepping out here on your wife, but you are too willing to leave the door open for many assumptions about indiscretions. So yeah, it was kind of cool to see Marsau on there giving his little piece of the situation with his brother. He did get back into how he was saying Maurice likes to feel like whatever he says, and this is the same thing Jalen was saying, whatever he says should go. It shouldn't be no questions about it. I mean, Marsau's the same way though, honestly. That Maurice doesn't try to see other people's points of views or opinions. He feels like if he puts things out there a certain way, you should just accept it and run with it. And that gets into this, and I was gonna make a whole I ain't gonna make a whole video, but I'm about to just touch on it real quick in this video, and we're gonna wrap this thing up. What the hell did Kimmy get out of this marriage with Maurice? Can somebody please explain to me what prize she got from marrying him? First of all, wasn't Kimmy with him, like, quote, dating? Well, then they say they was dating for like 5 or 7 years before he even married her. What was the reason? Because in that, you would think that Kimmy got into the relationship with Maurice, and she did say this. But I'm like, girl, when you saw it wasn't that way, why did you say? She said basically she saw Maurice as somebody that was going to be a man's man. He was going to be doing stuff around the house, that he was going to really be showing up like a man in the relationship. Just to come out that Maurice don't like to do crap around the house. He basically just wants to lay up in the bed and hunch all day. He wants Kimmy to mother him all day, all the time. He didn't even step up as a father role with your child, because I think they're saying when Kimmy got with Maurice that Jalen was like about 12 or 13 years old. So you did all that, and Maurice did not step up as a father figure. He don't want to do nothing around the house. He don't really want to be a helpmate to you. And some people have the misconception that a helpmate can only be the woman with the man, but a helpmate is either or, because it's a partnership. Sorry, I don't understand how people don't see it that way. It's a partnership. And so I'm like, what the hell did Kimmy get out of this? You got somebody that want to hunch on you no matter you moist or dry. You can't have a sick day because he's gonna be trying to hump on you or asking you to go fix him a sandwich. You actually going through something major in your life, and the only thing he can worry about is how often he's getting some of the in between. Like, I'm like, Kimmy, what did you get out of this? And it frustrates me. I think Kimmy frustrates me so much because I've seen her do something that one of my close friends did. And I was so irritated about watching her do it, just for me to watch Kimmy doing the same thing. We get a certain age, and we start to feel like, oh, my time is about to be up for this whole marriage thing. Because I think a lot of us believe that being married is somehow you coming into full womanhood, like you're finally validated as a woman. Oh my goodness, my lightning is so bad. But anyway, you're like finally validated as a woman. And I'm just like, Kimmy, you literally didn't get nothing out of this deal. And on top of it, when the show first started, Kimmy was a nurse and she was doing real estate. So Kimmy was essentially working 2 jobs when she first got married to Maurice. 3 if you count the show. Honestly, she's really doing 3 jobs, and she's raising her kid and yours. You want her to just hop in and be mommy. You help him bring him from his own mama's house and puts him in the house with her. So now she got to take care of your son and her son full time, and all you do is get to go to school and walk around in suits and pretend like you're important. I just could not understand that. Oh my gosh, I hate the lighting of this so bad. This is not getting better. Anyway, but yeah, I just could not understand that at all. I don't know. I feel like that's the area that a lot of women go wrong when it comes to living their best life. I understand wanting to be in partnership and be in a relationship, especially a loving, caring, nurturing type of relationship. But when all signs are pointing to you ain't about to get that with this person, why go through with it? Because the person who's getting the biggest benefit is not Kimmy. It's Maurice. He's getting a mother. He's getting somebody to hump on 24/7, no matter if they feel good or feel bad, they into it or not into it. You get to do that to them. You get to request them to take care of you hand and foot and your kid, and also financing you. Like Kimmy like literally showed up in Maurice's life as his mama that he gets to hump on, which is pretty disgusting. And if I was Kimmy, that thing would never be moist. Like, just there's no reason for us to even be together, because I'm not into you. Because I cannot see how you could be into somebody, especially at her age, because I know she's smart enough and intuitive enough to know that her needs are not being met. Anyway, y'all, that's all for this video. Thank y'all for stopping by, tuning in, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I thought Carlos King's live was pretty good. I'm pretty sure I left something out. No, I did think it was cool that Marsau said he took his son to go see Kendrick Lamar. I think he said in Rome, if I wasn't mistaken. So that was pretty dope. But you know, Marsau's always up for a trip away from Tisha. Sorry, Tisha, but I mean, is he not? Is he not always going out of the country? Anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. Chat with you later. Bye for now.
Accelerate permitting of AI projects, expand U.S. tech exports, and eliminate what the president called woke in AI. Now, the president's plan aims to block the government from contracting with tech companies unless they ensure that their systems are objective and free from what they call top-down ideological bias. Now, I asked White House officials on a call yesterday, who's going to decide what ideological bias is? They responded that what they're mostly concerned about is eliminating diversity, equity, and inclusion values from AI.
I've decided to create this brand as a response to the recent push to weaponize the term woke as the enemy to peace. The term woke has aggressively been associated with ignorance, low class, and/or foolishness. For those who seek truth, here's the real meaning of woke and where it stems from originally. The initial meaning of woke meant being aware of racial prejudice and discrimination, often in the context of staying vigilant against injustice. The term woke originated with the 1920s Jamaican philosopher Marcus Garvey. Garvey emphasized unity between African Americans and the African diaspora. Woke was an insider term used to signal Black people to stay vigilant concerning racial discrimination and social injustice. The term woke has recently been expanded to include staying on the front lines of bringing awareness to all social injustice. As those in position of power and influence continue to exercise their right to oppress truth, circumvent justice, and promote division, we will do the opposite. In wearing this apparel, those of us who believe in a fair and just society, we will exercise our right to speak peace, truth, and progression aggressively. We will not be silenced. Link is in my bio or in the description box below.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Now you know.
Ugh.